Synergy. Kian Kajimba code, I don't even remember. I don't even remember who was starting as. Sorta in the company. Is it all the design stuff or was it some coding and everything? Alright, let's go. Next one. Synergy demo. That was like the town builder thing, yeah, I think, right? Wasn't it? Hajimbo lives on hype these days. Kajimbo got like this like he managed to become like first sorta in the niche. You know, there is well, interesting niche. Not from the game development perspective. Let's put it that way. Because like there is like all the celebrity stuff. Let's say, right? Like there is a lot of all this like celebrity shit going on in like movies. Music and stuff, right? And the game industry is like bigger than those already, pretty much. But it doesn't have any celebrities because you have only like kind of studios with a shitload of people behind them, and like it just kind of dilutes, right? You can just like invite the whole studio on stage or something. So you just kind of like managed to get this to become this like the person who accumulated a lot of hype around. Hello, Bjorn. So now he's getting now he's getting all this like easy like invitations everywhere and everything because he is the person. Like you get like I don't know like even like take like Sven Vinke or something, right? Like the dude made fucking Baldur's Gate 3. That was like the giga highlight of the previous year, and like in general the games were bangers, and like no one really like even knows who that is. You get like someone from like the CDPR or something, and like who completely. Like, you can't get some sort of like one person. I think Todd actually kind of does start to do it, in my opinion. I think Todd actually is trying to do that now because we already got like when the Fallout show was like starting and showing on the Game Awards and stuff, right? It was like just like like on under observation of Todd Howard or something, right? And when it was the what's the name? The Indiana Jones game, it was also like directed or whatever by Todd Howard. So I guess like he also got it. He also got it that he needs to kind of like cash out on the popularity there. Yeah, there is like literally just like no one. There's like wasteland pretty much of like the celebrity personalities for the industry. So now whoever gets enough pool, enough kind of like power, at least attributed to them, theoretical power at least, right? They already farm. Does this reputation might not be a good marketing? Well, I mean, for your average like person, I guess it's still kind of the name that they can kind of that they at least kind of heard or something. That's in general works like that, right? Because industry is also new. It's like when you like watch like a movie and stuff, you kind of like get visual, like attachments to the personal, to the actor, for example, right? And you can recognize them and stuff. And here it's like people just play games, they don't see like who made them or anything. It's kind of like, do you know how like some director looks, for example, in the movie? Like it's rarely, it's just like a few of them probably, right? Like it's just a few of them who you can like imagine, and how they look and stuff. Most of them you don't even know how they look. Yeah, those who manage, they also get like this bonus, celebrity points, like Tarantino or something, right? For example, because be Tarantino put yourself in every movie. Yeah, exactly. That's like someone everyone is like, oh, I know how this guy looks, basically. That's exactly how it is. So the hype is indeed, and is indeed something that the Kojima did really good. Well, I mean, I don't know if he like planned to actually, but it did work in the end. It did work in the end. The other Musk, yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much where we started. That's pretty much where we started. He's actually like pretty much like one of the few people who actually farm the industry right now. The way that others farm, their respective industries. But celebrities, there's plenty, and they coming and going. And gaming, industry is still kind of empty in that sense. That's why Kajimbo gets all this like spotlight on every show and stuff also, because it's kind of like, there is like this thing, like it's called like anchor, like how do you, like not tenant I guess, but like the anchor renter or something in business. When someone is like, some company or rents some space in your like some sort of mall, for example, right? Like some companies, they don't pay any rent. They just like there as anchors. Like they are getting invited there. Like, yo guys, you can set your shit here for free. Just, set it here. And that's it, because people gonna go there for those stores. Like you open like McDonald's, for example, somewhere. There's gonna be people going there. Like in many places, McDonald's actually is anchor and it doesn't pay any rent whatsoever. They just like, yo guys, sure. You open your shit here for free. People come to go eat in McDonald's, and they also like, go to the other stores nearby that already pay rent. And he became kind of that way too. Like, it's not anymore, him going to the show is like getting the clout from the show. It's now kind of like other way around. It's like him getting to the show is like the show getting clout from him, and everyone who also appears on the show with him is also getting clout from him at this point. People hate on Kojima and stuff. Well, I mean, like, yeah, I wouldn't. Why would you? Like, he just did his stuff, and his stuff kind of like, took off. And he managed to kind of find the way to capitalize on that and everything. I think it's a really good spot to be in. At this point, I think it's harder for him already to just like create something even more fucking absurd and random at this point. Like, if he makes something normal, people will just probably So he needs to go like, like I actually even saw the article already, like one of those like magazines or whatever was doing like top 10 norm, like no, or was it top or something, or like 10 normal things that I managed to find in Kojima's new game trailer, Like people already struggle to find normal things. And it was just, like the screenshots of like Pan or something, for example. It's the only normal things left already. Like the levels of absurdity are rising every time. I wonder if he will reach at some point, the full, the apogee of absurd or something. Oh, once I'm gonna go get some water. Got to pour myself some. There we go. Oh, there we go. Alright. I got me some water. Oh, let's see what is this all about. The synergy. Yeah, they had pretty good volume levels already from the get-go. Window, I guess, time to close. Kinda warm actually today. It'll be warmer earlier. But there would be no that ice, because of which I fell. That would be nice. That would be nice. See there, boss, guys. See. Well, I mean, kinda. I don't know, like the last trailer is just like way to think overdose, in my opinion. But I guess. Could be. Alright. Guess we'll do it. A tutorial crucial to getting players familiar with the game mechanics, ensuring a rewarding gaming experience and an understanding of the game's objectives. See the boss can say. Doesn't look that dank. Yeah, about the visuals and the world. Group of exiles, having to leave the desiccated oasis that had cradled them until then, must rebuild in spite of their meager resources. However, the climate challenges them at every turn, and the desert overflows with strange and dangerous mysteries. Learn the basics of the game. Sure. For 2 generations, a community lived in the heart of an oasis, protected from the hazards of the outside world. But this oasis, like all the others, dried out and died. We were forced to leave our home. But all is not lost. Among the stretches of sand, we reached the shores of new lakes. Their waters, no matter how foul, promise to be life-saving if we can only treat them. Obtaining water. Citizens require clean water to survive. In order to obtain it, you must build a pontoon so your citizens might draw toxic water from the lake using special canisters. Toxic water must be treated and purified in a retention basin to then become clean water, which your citizens can drink. All resources acquired must be stored in the water tower, clean or toxic water. In the cellar, food and clean water, which are the resources the citizens use to feed themselves. In a small warehouse, all other resources. Citizens don't fetch resources if they have nowhere to store them in. Okay, let's see. Alright, there's pause, I guess, too. Alright, is there? Hard to say. Alright, move the cam. There's the water. That down a pontoon, a retention basin, and a water tower. I'll see, yes. Can't turn them. Made them that way. Separate the separate buildings. I guess. Oh no, you do be flipping it though. Interesting. My pontoon does have two different options though. The water tower. Alright, make time go quicker. Alright, we can also pause. Nice. No WSD to move, I see. Hold the citizens. I guess we'll deal with that. Alright, gonna be assigning some citizens there. Fine, let's wait for now. Let them burn. Let them burn and build stuff. Burning stuff later. Let's start in storage. Like building assigned citizens. Alright, 2 citizens, the pontoon retention basin 1. Right, they store both clean and the toxic water. Sounds kinda PP, yeah. Have a water treatment infrastructure and the foundations for a healthy, sustainable irrigation system. However, seasons come and go, severe and unpredictable. We risk disaster if we harvest only what is sufficient for immediate consumption. To keep our buildings running smoothly, we need to store enough clean water to prepare for drought. Obtaining clean water is crucial to the city's survival and development, and water's rarity forces you to balance the expanding population's growing demand with the means of supply and the climate conditions. Some climatic events, such as the dry season, can end up being fatal for an ill-prepared city, as the means of supplying water are slowed significantly or even stopped. Luckily, the upcoming climatic conditions can be consulted on your interface, displaying the weather for the current cycle and those to come. Cycle is a unit of time made up of 40 days. This information can be found near the speed controls. Let's see. How does speed gear? 20 clean water. Get 2 retention basins. Sure, get more. I see. The renewed copium for the series. Well, in current situation it is copium though, indeed. It is. And judging by the fact they cancelled Deus Ex and stuff that was already in development for 2 years. But I mean, maybe they were already developing Tomb Raider for longer though, so maybe it will happen. Come on, guys, deliver. There we go. 20 clean water now. At almost. Oh, the most. Yeah, I did get it. Nice. A water store then. Oasis inhabitants have slept for too long under an open sky, separated from the ravages of the climate only by a stretch of canvas. Need to house them in permanent buildings. Do this will need materials and warehouses to store them in. Piles of rock likely to suit our needs can be found all over the area, and best show a good judgment in using them. Piles of rock, alright. Resource withdrawal. Construct buildings, you'll need resources, can be collected in several different ways. Simple method is withdrawing resources on the map to collect ingredients. The withdraw resources action is available in the quick actions bar. This action enables you to withdraw resources and plants from the map so you can collect them. The consequence of destroying the object or plant. Method to collect a rock from rock clusters. To begin, find the rock clusters on the map and withdraw them. Remember to build a small warehouse too so you'll be able to store these resources. Okay, warehouse. And then we withdraw the rook. All the way here, alright. Get him. And this is going to be farming, probably with some building or something. Carry out one withdraw resources in rock cluster. Obtain 30 boreal rock. Alright, sure. That is the warehouse. Oh, the warehouse. Get the rock. One of the procedure there of cleaning the water. Citizens need a roof over their heads to keep them safe from the climate, and so they can live in decent conditions. Citizens will go eat, drink, and rest at home, making their home's placement strategically important. When refreshing themselves, the citizens consume food and clean water, and these resources are drawn directly from nearby cellar. That's why houses must be set within a cellar's range. I see. As well as setting houses within the right range, if the citizens are to be able to eat and drink, there must be clean water and food in the cellar. This is why all storage spaces automatically ask for 20 units of each resource, the citizens will bring those in. Within a storage spaces interface, you can modify the number of resources requested or even refuse a given resource completely, which can be convenient when it comes to defining where certain resources are stored, or even to prevent citizens from eating certain food supplies. Let's make a live service game with many transactions. Well, is the survey of how much was it? 700 game developers from all over the world made by GDC. 95% work or want to work on live service games. So, you know, prepare. What we had was just the beginning. So resources must be carried between structures by citizens. It's of vital importance to keep a sufficient number of citizens unassigned to any building and therefore available for courier duty. Citizens automatically place a higher priority on your direct orders, with the tasks they consider most important coming second. However, you can make any order or building a priority relative to any other order or task. For example, your citizens will fetch and collect the resources for a building marked as a priority before any others. Let's see. Passion for money and not much for games. Well, it kind of like it gets into the area of, you know, of the industry. From some sort of like, you know, art sort, it becomes craft, and then from craft it can also just become, you know, full-blown industry there. Some people just want to work in the industry. Partially also because some people just want, to make ends meet and not just kinda risk it all the time. Damn, Bjorn insane. The actual paper. Questionnaire came from the corporate people of the studios. Well, I mean, it's DGC though. They usually have they surveying a lot of people. They're surveying a lot of people from different. Obviously, it's gonna be mostly AAA though. That's for sure. Programmers make gigastonk money, yeah. That is all over the place, man. Like, amount of people who went and like that to try to study IT is ridiculous. And yeah, I guess for some it's just kind of like, well, I like games, and IT makes a lot of money, so I'm just gonna, combine it. And then there goes the disappointment. 700 studios? I think it was 700 people from different studios. Like, it probably is not. It's kind of selective one. It wasn't exactly probably like, like 7 studios with 100 people each. But yeah, I assume it was the attendance of the GDC, and usually you just get like every studio sends like just a couple of people there, and not everyone will get, surveyed and stuff. So yeah, I guess it was like representative enough, I guess, let's put it that way. Gotta study IT to become Californian programmer. Well, I mean, it depends. Like a lot of IT people kind of do earn a lot, not only in California or something. If anything, I would say being like IT person like in Moscow or something would be probably even better, because you're gonna still get paid like, like maybe not in California, but you're gonna get paid like around like 5K bucks, kind of possible. That will be like on the high end. 2K bucks is kind of like easy life basically to get. Past taxes and everything, and yeah, back there, 2K bucks is a lot. A shitload, eh? CB or SC. So it does kind of work. The problem is, the demand is way lower than supply. That's the problem for all the people dreaming about it. Yeah, Terbaskia. Would be nice, would be nice. Well, nowadays I would say like what? 500? 500 is kind of like something that people get on like some basic jobs there mostly. So like 2000 already doesn't feel like that crazy super dink to some people. But yeah, they do be farming a lot. There's some people here, for example, sometimes. Oh, I just like, every morning I go like to that place here to grab some coffee. And I mean, we've been to that place. We just we got recommended. Oh, they have like really nice or they have like a bakery there. You can go check. And we wanted to buy like something like, like some sweets and everything. When we were just first week here, wanted to buy like, maybe cake or some like desserts to treat our like, the house owners basically that we were stopping at. And we heard that place was good, eh? We went there, and I'm seeing like some like croissant that was like $5 or something one, and I'm like, bruh. Yeah, then there could be the dudes who's just like, well, every morning I start like my day with like a cup of coffee there. I grab that coffee, then I would. It was basically like people discussing some burger place here. Then dude was kind of like, I'm grabbing the coffee in that place, and that's like $5 coffee probably at least. Then I go to this burger place, and that burger place, actually, we ordered burgers there once to try what's all this hype about. Good burgers, true, absolutely, but bro, like one burger is like also like $6 or something. And like we ordered in a different place, in like local kind of canteen that 2 times cheaper, but like kind of the same. Like you don't get like those like fancy gloves, you know, to eat the burger though with them. But like 2 pretty big patties and stuff. Everything in, tasty. Cashiers get like 60k. I think 50k is more like the standard, and even that sometimes is scamaz. Like my brother went for like one of those jobs, and it was a scamaz basically. Like to get paid that much, you basically need to work like 4 shifts, 4 12-hour shifts, then 2 days off. Then again, four and two basically schedule. So it's kind of dank. It's kind of a little too much per week, you know, of work. And when you go like regular 2 shifts, 2 day offs for 12 hours, then yeah, you get paid way less. But yeah, 50k is kind of doable. And yeah, a lot of people like who do that here. That's IT people. That's the IT people. So everyone trying to become one because yeah, you can piece the fuck out from the country and you can work somewhere else. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Place the houses within the seller's range. I'll need to get the seller first, too. So seller probably nah, should be somewhere in. Oh, there it is. Seller seller boon kick. Why did you? Yeah, around that. Around that. 3 houses. It's just different versions of the same one, seems like. Alright, sure. There we go. Enough to pay your part of the rent. Well, I mean, for example, here with like 400 per month doing alright. I set the goal higher for this couple of months because yeah, the move is coming soon, so I'm gonna try to farm a little, especially since this month's gonna be the degen, and if we get the money raised, then I'm gonna get the super giga degen stream to finish it, to top it all up. And then maybe next month I also will try, we'll see, to get a bit extra because yeah, the move is happening. The move is happening. The new place is gonna be a bit more expensive in rent. Food should be like the same, maybe even cheaper, but rent gonna be bad. Rent gonna be bad. See, let's see. Fixing Todd's games, classic, classic. A level right for that money? I mean, it's doable. Depends what you want to. Like, if you don't rent stuff, then yeah, like 400 or 500 is like good. If I would be still back home, that would be like super solid. Now that you can pay the need to pay rent, that's a bit of a problem sometimes. But doable. The window, that good? That good? Let's see what others say. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Well, see, that means that before you actually were sometimes making it. That's something. That's something. That is at least something. At least a little bit. At least a little bit. Where did you reset the speed? Supplies are carried with us are dwindling by the day. Picking the region's strange thorny fruits is risky business, and eating them is even riskier. For collecting anything, we have to rule out any danger in exploiting these plants. Scientific knowledge is limited, but the old distiller at the Oasis has sufficient equipment to carry out basic chemical experiments. Providing him with a mobile workspace, then we can begin our botanical studies. Environmental analysis thanks to the field lab will allow you to bring to light characteristics of the local flora. Studying your environment is the only way to get resources without causing suffering to your citizens or destroying your environment. Build a field lab. First analysis type, surface analysis, informs you on the results of the withdraw resources action and the harvest action on plants. Harvest actions require harvest building in order to be communicated to the citizens. When a harvest action is carried out on the plant, that plant switches growth stages rather than being destroyed, making this a more sustainable action. Additionally, since the action doesn't destroy the plant, the harvest order continues to be applied to it. This way, citizens will interact with the plant every time it passes into the appropriate growth stage again. 16 FPS card game? Damn, son. That's some giga stuff there. Sounds like some quality optimization there. Have you played Breachway, Ultan? I watched me play it yesterday. That was good shit. That's a really good deck building shit. Field labs, picker cabin. The polygons and textures there, yeah. Hey, big lol. But not his game. Nah, his game actually runs really good. His game actually runs really good. And didn't need to download also a shitload of stuff for it. So that was very nice. That was very good. Yes, who's gonna pick up stuff? Where is it? Picker's cabin. Fine. Do it.
Time to support Dagon stuff.
Holy shit. Thank you, Rajan. Thank you, man. That's a huge Dagon support. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. That's gonna be a very Dagon indeed, eh? Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. That's very nice. That's very nice of you. Thank you, sir. Supporting the degeneracy fund, feel good, Yeah, gonna try the degen like this month. And next month less. Then April probably gonna be kind of all over the place because of the move. Then we'll see how the weather and stuff will be on the spot. Maybe May I will try also to pull some degen shit. Well, a little more degen shit. Then summer probably gonna be kind of more chill. And then in the autumn there's gonna be more giga degeneracy, I guess. A little bit maybe in the autumn and then winter again, as usual. Because autumn is gonna be another move too. Even though in autumn we're gonna move to like cheaper place. I wish they also had more stable like internet and other infrastructure there. Then we could go like super cheap. But sadly not as good. Sadly not as good. Wait, really old done? Holy shit. Can actually make it that bad in Godot? Alright, analysis. Surface analysis. Alright, you do that. Okay, surface analysising. Guess they kinda be doing that. My chat was super rough about the game, the Stormgate. Why though? Why would chat be rough about that? Oh boy. Receiving a report. Trunk of a cinder sprout is too delicate to have many applications, but if we wanted to, we could collect all of its bark as a construction material. Cinder sprout renews its epidermic layer after a while. We can harvest its bark sustainably. The sprout produces fruit with an unpleasant taste, but numerous medical applications. We can harvest them by pruning the shrub. Let's see, cinder kernels. Even partially pruning the riverbank finger causes it to lose all its fluids, resulting in the specimen's death. Bonka is possible to cut down riverbank finger and harvest its seeds, but the workers will be exposed to the toxic spray the plant produces. That doesn't sound very nice. People laughing at the mobile graphics. Damn, son. Don't seem that bad. That does not seem that bad. Yeah, massive tree down. Saw the trunk and use its bark. Sharbush. Oh, there's the pods. Alright, that we collect. Cutting sharbush down will be able to collect its branches and the edible pods that grow from them. Got some food. Feels good. Let's see what I say. The deadly condition. Food feels nice. No, like on the weird food schedule. His friend started to wake up late. So it's like breakfast. 10 a.m. my time, I guess. And like 11:30 already starting to stream. Usually I was eating soup before. Now I'm just skipping it. With no lunch. Get the degen diet, man. Playing them games and stuff, you don't even feel it anyway. The super diet. Already lost like 10 kilos though since we moved them. And if it'll be 10 more, that will be just perfect. If it's mildly stylized, it's mobile graphics. Yeah, true. I just like I could see on interface sometimes, right? Being like very mobile. Graphics, I guess some like styles do be giving that vibe. Kind of like Mad World was giving that vibe a little. Partially because a lot of like models and like animations are like the same as all those like little mobile ads that you can see usually whenever I do the news recap, right, on all those websites. Kind of same type of animation and everything. That I could kind of see, but still, people see like a mobile everywhere nowadays, huh? The cheaper Dota 2. Sounds really bad. Well, the thing is, it needs to kind of like do multiple things. It needs to run super well, super smooth with very high frame rate. Most likely on even pretty little PCs and everything. It's the same as with like Valorant, you know. Also, graphics not really super pogue, but shit runs good and all. Hey, Zebra. Well, yeah, Stormgate is also free to play. True. Exactly. Yeah, Dorf is good stuff. They don't have any demos yet, right? Dwarf does look pretty good, Sitter man ska se. Yeah, did any of them get any demos though? I mean, that's the thing also, Thermos, like things kind of change. If you take like the Crisis that was out like when, like 2008 or something, right? And those graphics are still probably like better than, you know, I would say even like 90% of stuff on the market nowadays. Especially with some like adjustments and everything, right? And yeah, it was running back then. Like I was running that shit on like a GeForce back then, not Nvidia or anything. A GT 8600s. And my CPU was Core 2 fucking Duo. And it was running there. Well, obviously, if you like tune the graphics up high, you're just gonna like get like the smooth 30 FPS experience and stuff. And it's gonna be like, you know, running not super smooth, but it was. And then Crysis 2 and stuff too. I could play multiplayer and stuff. I played the demo of Crysis 2, I think, that when it had multiplayer. I did some of that. Core Duo, I had like a shitload of them. I basically like pretty much like on had all the generations, I think. I had 386, 486, I had Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3, Pentium 4. Core 2 Duo. And then I think after that I already went for like i5. That was i5 35 70k or something, I think. Like the big jump there. See the Agent Crisis by now. Well, I mean, sort of, yeah. Some things you can see, but still a lot of it is really good. Good looking game with good performance should be even easier nowadays. Technically. The thing is also like it's like the different, like the thing is like a lot of time passed, right? And like a lot of like when it's ported and everything, it was like improved and stuff, right? It gets a lot of polish. And when something was made for like PlayStation, for example, PlayStation 3 was a beast actually back then. That was its own architecture. That was completely, you know, like nothing like the PC stuff and everything. And shit made for it was actually quite well optimized. And you can, yeah. No, well, it's not easier actually. I think it's nowadays even kind of harder maybe to make something like super optimized, because you just like people just grab like the engine, and I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Scrub the engine, you know, slap everything together with a bunch of like modules, a bunch of assets and stuff, and boom, you have it. And you have it. And back then you kind of probably needed to like, you know, develop the engine most of the time for the game and stuff. Needed to do a lot of this like hard coding stuff, a lot of like, you know, like going all the way down to the most basic stuff, doing like, you know, the memory management and everything. Write games exclusively in assembly, yeah. Like nowadays I feel like, you know, like the development and optimization doesn't really take enough time, sadly. And like all those like insane production, you know, cycles and stuff, they are mostly from the fact that, yeah, like they just make those like huge worlds, they make all the like detail in them. There's a lot of it. Like the best way to notice that, like play some MMO, like play Elder Scrolls Online, for example. It's a huge world. It's insanely huge. And you just like, you know, you just like go through it, for example, somewhere, and you see like, you know, there's a lot of detail there. Like there's a lot of like some little nuances and stuff there going on. There's a lot of like some areas with like some mobs, and they have all these like containers put there with like different loot and stuff, right? Like a lot of fluff things around it, basically. There's a shitload of that. The sad part is that is especially noticeable in MMO, that like 90% of that is useless. Like no one's gonna even see that shit. Yeah, Big Lol, yeah, that's the problem. Well, I mean, I don't blame people though. Well, if you had the corpo with like thousands of people, you probably should have someone dedicated to doing that. If it's indie, I don't blame them. Like, whatever. Like, I can imagine, right? I tried. Even like making something to work already hard enough, and then also like making that work everywhere and like, you know, super smooth is gonna be even harder. I see people. I think everyone does. You're an indie, you just don't really have resources for that. If you do it yourself. Or you can get like one of those games that will be like super, because like the dude was like, you know, coder like for life and stuff, and then they just like made like super, run it super perfectly smooth, everything is super optimized, but then there's gonna be some nuances, you know, in other fields, because of the priorities, you know, the priorities you kind of set. But no, art direction for sure, yeah. Art direction for sure. Which probably did, yeah, they didn't really like have that much of it with Stormgate. Stormgate is just like, yeah, the RTS nerds making a game for RTS nerds. Like, they didn't even want to do any single player initially. And I mean, there will be no single player in free-to-play version. They're just gonna slap the campaign for those who want. And I really don't know if it's gonna be something worth getting it for. Even though I guess, like, you know, StarCraft campaigns were good, so I played the second one actually. Only first. So like, might be good, but yeah, the direction is not exactly there. Even the trailer that they showed actually for Stormgate, I remember the first cinematic one was kind of like, alright. That didn't buy me. That didn't buy me. Alright, so we can harvest from these thingies. Pick them fruits. Alright, now they're gonna farm that. I don't need the dream anymore, though the 4090s, yeah. If only, if only. If only we all had that. So do we even need more? Now that they already analyzed everything, they can still keep going. Analyze more. Our resource refining. Where are some resources you'll need to go through a refining stage. Such is the case with the tools which are assembled in the forge and meals which are prepared in the kitchen. Production buildings are multifunctional, can produce several resources. Production module enables you to choose which resource you want to produce and how you want to produce it by selecting desired recipe. Allows you to adapt to the resources available in your environment. Buildings production speed varies depending on its efficiency and mostly affected by the number of active citizens working within. Recipes can be affected by buffs or debuffs, weighing on efficiency, resource cost, and yield. These adjustments can derive from multiple sources, from buffs unlocked in research projects, from buffs produced within a range of other buildings, from debuffs during difficult weather. Alright. Kitchen forge. Which you guys gonna be forging though, or what we will be using for that? Get some insane sticks there. I guess, sure. We'll need more rocks probably at this point. A little more. True to untrue. And the cool settings, ideas, and so on. Yeah, a lot of people still don't really accept the fact that, you know, you even need to have, like, writers and stuff for the game, so... Imagine the art direction. What is that beast? they find even more research for that, I wonder. Oh, partially, I mean, it's not a bad thing because, you know, more people will be able to bring some cool ideas in with more easily accessible, you know, process. But at the same time, yeah, there's some other problems coming in with that. A percentage of the good ideas and good things out of that will be kinda small. Kinda small, eh? So we still need the veggies there or something. Or is it either? Sticks. Alright, who's gonna be collecting us some sticks then? Seems like these are mostly collecting as the seeds. Oh, sticks from these two. I get some pruning then too. Alright. Wait, who does that then? Which building? There's also the gatherer. Yeah, they can do the trimming too. I guess need a second one then. Fine. Oh, we need to see what this is all about too. Sure. Alright, gatherers. Gatherers, there they are. The cabbage shrub, eh? That sounds nice. A sip entropy, I see. One of the icons. And the analysis stuff seems like, yeah. We just still don't have all of them though. Complete analysis still. So you get more. Well, we need to get this cabbage shrub and everything. See who else. Hey, Doom Hamster, hello. Hello, sir. Yeah, I don't really mind it. Don't really mind. I kind of like this style. It's kind of similar somewhat to the Wandering Village and stuff too, in a way. I like him. I like him. Wait, Unity also has something like blueprints nowadays? Hyper-realistic like Rise and stylized. Let's see. I mean, I think it's even more directions nowadays, though. You have like multiple now. You have the hyper. You have different shades of realistic, I guess. And then you also have, you know, the low poly stuff, for example. You have the stylized things, you have, like, you know, the pixel art and everything. And then you also have something like the PSX graphics and stuff, right? For example, the DMA graphics, I guess. It's like it all went many different ways, It all went in many different ways, I would say, even. Yeah, that's good, though, That's good, though, Not necessarily a bad thing, I mean, even like the boomer stuff is like different ways, really. Even the boomer stuff is different ways. Games with waifus tend to be stylized. Yeah, what would be like the waifu hyper realistic ones? Something like Final Fantasy games or something, I guess. Still kind of a little stylized, but still at least kind of trying, I guess. Citizens already not really available. They be getting them sticks. Missing veggies. Well, we need to get the research, then we'll be able to get it. I'll let them research. The anime waifus for DJs, I see. Elite Battle Angel, oh true, yeah, I remember that stuff. That did look quite something. That did look like something. Something we did think. That is true. I'm done with researching. Come on. Need the veggies, man. Faster. People want to eat. Done yet? Come on. Still not done, seems like. Oh, they either... Okay, either prune or get the berries. I see, alright. Can get both. It's already far, I assume. Alright, tools are done. Still not done yet. Dude. Let's get out more people, but I don't really have a lot of people though. Deceive idol, yeah. True, true. The texting, the chatting. Come on, research it faster, dude. It's taking forever. So I'll let this one alone, for example. Focus on one. Still not there. Still didn't find any info on that. See what I say. The potato experience. That bad, eh? Wait, oh, wait, and until you get it, it doesn't even work? Really? So it would show. Resume des analysis. I see. Wait, really? So until you kind of like click through all of this, it's not gonna even add? There we go. I can collect some veggies there. Here you go. Yuck. I did not count before. It doesn't show you. Well, actually, maybe because it's too far now. Can we pick and then yeah, we're on the tool. I can collect the rest. Doesn't seem too far. This one also not. What? No, at least some veggies are going already, alright. No, actually getting something released. That indeed deserves respect. Not like you need to play what they release and stuff anyway. But it is still nice and impressive when they do. That is always good, huh? Yeah, we still have this. is the bark from that also? Dude, what is wrong with that? Yeah, this works. Just need to do it in one go, I guess. There we go. Oh, you still... Oh, you need a plus on this one? Alright. Vierde. Oh, why couldn't you just, like, press the enter, though? I guess. See, big little, let's see. Well, I mean, you can criticize stuff for sure, yeah. Just need to make it, you know, in a bit respectable form. Other than that, why not? Throwing something into the trash? You know, like someone's trash is another man's treasure, basically. Especially when, you know, like you're very like self-critical, for example, can seem like trash, but you know, there might be people who would be kind of enjoying it. You know, if I would be like the only one to judge, you know, like what I did in my life before and stuff, I probably would be doing stuff I'm doing for sure. Because I would think, nah, man, that's not good, that's trash. And there are people who like that, so maybe not that bad, maybe not that bad. Themselves then. Important business. And yeah, it's more about like, that's the learning process too, you know. You learn, you launch something, you learn with you learn all those nuances and everything. It's kind of with speedrunning in a way, you know. You need to finish the runs, even if it's bad runs and stuff. You don't reset all the time. You gotta finish the runs and learn, you know, from your mistakes and everything on the way there. And then you get the feedback that also teaches you what you did do wrong. And if you don't get any feedback, that also teaches you something, that maybe you did something completely fucking wrong. It do be like that. It do be like that. A pro at mistakes so far? Nah, doesn't seem that bad. Doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, indeed. Learn from mistakes. Yeah, it's not like you force someone, you know, to play your stuff and everything. People just gonna pass anyway, if they don't like it. You release it, and you see how it goes. And get something you're proud of. Well, that's how a lot of people actually function, though. They're proud of it. That's the thing. Like, if you are, like, perfectionist and you, like, you know, constantly kind of think, you know, like, with some imposter syndrome and then with some other stuff, if you just don't, like, subdue it, you will constantly think, okay, that's not good enough. That's trash, dude. That's not good enough. And some people are actually kind of opposite. They just, you know, they proud of it. Like the dude who that one game that was made for 6 years and that ended up being like kind of not good. Let's put it that way. And even objectively not good, because there was like a lot of like very dang bugs and stuff too at times. Dude was proud. He did it. 6 years, of time invested in everything, and he did it. He did it, he released it and everything. So, you know, he was proud of it. And some people are even like surprised later, like, dude, how? Like, that was so good. How why did not they didn't like it? Why? How come? It do be like that. It do be like that. The Bob's game still in development. Which one? Bob on this dick. Haha, got him. Force them, that's what YouTube marketing gurus be saying. I mean, kinda, yeah. Like, as I said, like when I work on websites and stuff, like, you don't even, like, know how many of, like, ideas and stuff never actually like, got traction because I was, nah, that's not good enough, dude. That's bad. And then you sometimes just, like, release some, like, piece of shit pretty much that you think it is piece of shit. And then, like, boom. It's, like, popping off, man. Making you, like, money and stuff. Same with, like, streaming and everything, too. And sometimes it even, like, in reverse. Sometimes, you know, you make something, you put effort, and you think, well, that's kind of okay. That should do good, and it doesn't. And then you just, like, you know, like, get, like, the Twitch clip maker thingy and just export into YouTube, forgetting to, like, change the title and stuff, and boom, that shit, like, gets thousands of views there. It's just kind of, like, how it is. Like, you might think you have something going that you are proud of, but that doesn't guarantee anything, sadly. Same as like you might be thinking it's trash, and then boom, that actually saw someone really enjoying it. It's not fun to make a video game. It's not fun to do things that you don't really like, that you can't do, let's put it that way. Like art for me, for example, like music or something, is just like that's like the deal breakers instantly, because like I know that I'm not gonna be able to do that shit. It's just not what I can. That is just not what I can do on the decent level. That kind of, yeah, that kind of makes it not fun. That part, doing something you can't do, or needing something you can't do. The process itself is kind of fun, though. You have enough to ensure survival, and at least for now, but survival alone doesn't keep citizens motivated. Many are already thinking, what's next? Toil in the work every day to collect my ration and my drop of water. We have to keep citizens motivated and enable the community to truly live again. It's high time we began thinking of this camp as a genuine city. Need to plan and build communal living spaces designed for conviviality and recreation. Let's see what else guys say. Artists gotta be responsible with what they do. I mean, I guess. But again, like, I don't know, like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you know? It's like, if someone sees it as good, then why not? Then why not? And the games also, if you don't do, like, it's a bit more difficult compared to the art too, because, you know, all this, like, gameplay thing, you can, like, have it perfect in your head, and then there's gonna be just, like, you know, like, some one PPA guy who will just do it completely backwards and break everything, you know, and you didn't even think about it. Like, it's something that you do need to do. You do need to make. And then look at all the, like, you know, like the game designers and the studios with, like, you know, decades of experience and stuff, and they still, you know, make mistakes. Sometimes a lot of them. Sometimes they grow, sometimes they degrade. It's just how it goes. If you don't do it, then you're not gonna grow. Even with the art, right? To understand that it's kind of bad, you probably still draw it, right? Like, it's not like some picture and image in your head, really. You still kind of, like, Gotta get a sketch at least to understand it, right? That's not good. It's just you just don't really show it to anyone. But if you don't show the game to anyone, then you don't know, how it plays and stuff either. Because we all function differently. Especially when you make stuff on your own. You just kind of like build everything, and it's what testing is for. I mean, sorta, but not exactly, because testing, like, if you're indie, for example, like, how many people are gonna test your game? How many people tested your game all done, for example? On your budget. One sec. Kind of don't have really budgets for that. We have like dedicated testers and a lot of them too. Like the AAA studios and stuff, they get like, focus tests and stuff. They get like people invited. We have some people in the community who participated in that, get invited. Sometimes for a few days even. Just play the game, either like in like the closed room with game designers, just, like looking at them and how they approach things and writing things down and stuff. That's not everyone can afford. That's not something everyone can afford. To the few to see the forks in the fundamental level, then it's kind of hard to pick the few though. Like again, if you're like indie guy, like who do you have? Gonna get the game to your mom. Your mom's busy. She's not gonna be testing it. Trust me. But even then, that's not gonna be the very objective testing, And friends, also not exactly. I could make a dig builder, and my friends either gonna be like, completely, saying no, or they just gonna be, yeah, this is good, it's good. I played like 10 minutes. Totally pog, man. Release it. So I can't even really do that much. If you don't have like some connections or some monies for that stuff, you can't even do that really. Can't really do that. So yeah, I don't think, I do think like bringing something to the world is not even that bad. Just roll with it. Do it, see what happens. If anything, that's an experience. And the feedback you get also. And the feedback you get from that also. Like, you're not really forcing anyone to consume that piece of content or anything. You just kind of like learning to improve from your mistakes, maybe. Maybe it's not a mistake even. It's the main thing I learned. That you shouldn't really constantly rely on like yourself and your own opinion on things you do. Because, yeah, that's just not gonna be good. Same as like you shouldn't rely constantly and only on the opinion of others, right? Like how you should live and what you should do and stuff, for example. Like there is always some a little bit of both, It should be your own and it should be someone else. That sounds like a great plan. Yeah, I mean, it isn't. It isn't. But still happens. It still happens, actually. And the thing is, like, it's really hard. I mean, look at those huge studios with insane departments, and they still fail at that shit. And there was a lot of that also. Like, some dude like tested everything. Found some people to play test, all good, and then yeah, like some guy just like finds some like random shit, for example, or something else happens that they didn't really like take into account. Poof, it's all over. And it could be literally some like dumb shit, like I don't know, like for example, this window is blocking, but I managed to press this here somehow, and it just kind of like like soft lock everything or something, because like no one even thought that he would like do that, for example. Like a lot of those things, a lot of those little things, Of the Steam release, I think if Star Sector is doing that good, that might be that they just not gonna even do that. Especially if they're farming on, like, the microtransactions and everything. They might not even want to share with Gaben. Like, look at Tarkov or something. How many years already? And they still sitting on their own website. Not giving a shit. I don't know how to provide for your citizens' needs when it comes to food and clean water. Basic needs have now been activated. Without food or clean water, they run the risk of suffering from malnutrition and dehydration. If this state persists, they may develop an illness referred to as weakening, or may even die of hunger or thirst. The citizen is unwell, their movement and work speed decreases, and illnesses can be treated in the infirmary. Reinfected with the same illness, it will evolve into aggravated state, requiring rapid treatment to avoid the citizen's death. Citizens can be lost in various ways: death by starvation, death by dehydration, death caused by serious illness left untreated, death or disappearance during an ill-fated expedition. To ensure your citizens' survival, time has come to design a city with a coherent architecture and a sense of well-being. The square will allow you to begin designing a district. There are multiple squares available and several districts selectable per square, each with its own specific qualities. The square... Oh, well, there we go. Speaking of bugs, a Unity crash right now. There it is. That's when you roll some demos, And that actually was like in a completely random place there. That was completely random. God, the resource refining. I should save more, I guess. I mean, it's not even like that bad. Oh, there we go. Fixed it. Oh yeah, that was when the meals farming already. Okay, that should be there. Should be fast and easy. Didn't scroll down. I think I did, I thought I did, Maybe I was sitting in that tutorial for too long, and something happened, Devs look at the art and thought this is some good shit we made. I mean, as I said, it's like a bunch of super strategy competitive esports nerds. Like, bro, when we were try-harding in Counter-Strike back in the day, we just were removing all the graphics possible back in the day. There was super low poly mode, and removing the gun from being visible and everything too and stuff. Those were the times. Yeah, they might actually just more focused on how it actually plays. Not to mention some of the people might be, kind of they just can think well, that's up to tastes, Just like me, I can look at some game and be like, that kinda, nah. And someone will be like, dude, this is so pog. It looks so good. And they might also be like, already as developers with a lot of, experience, be just like, well, I mean, I don't know. We'll leave it to artists. If artists thinks it's good, then, well, it's good. Fuck everyone else. Can't sell by gameplay alone, Well, yeah, the gameplay alone, kind of tricky to, the gameplay alone tricky to market. Let's put it that way. What is easy to market is the visuals. Stormgate doesn't really care about it too much, because Stormgate is partially crowdfunded. Stormgate is gonna be free to play for competitive stuff, right? They care about this competitive thing and getting a bunch of nerds on board. and kind of hoping that the esports scene probably gonna make somewhere or something, and they gonna like, you know, pop off and, you know, kind of like sustain themselves from that. But I mean, Stormgate also like doesn't have a lot of funding also. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, you know, not sure if it's like, well, I mean, it's probably some like outsourced stuff, I guess. If not just assets back, but that I kind of doubt it, I guess. I guess they had a little more budget than that. But yeah, they just like crowdfunded recently. So before that, I don't even know what was the source of income there. Yeah, they just finished, I think, not long ago, the Kickstarter. And not long ago. I get the meals faster. Then who knows, maybe later down the line they will be doing some upgrades on that. When the budgets are in the better state or something. Yeah, but like the art and stuff in general, I feel like it's really hard to judge too sometimes. Like I kind of like sometimes, you know, like withhold my judgments because I don't think I'm like good with art, I guess, to say like, nah, that's bad or like, nah, that's good. I can say I like it or I don't like it. But as a developer, I guess, when it's a big studio and stuff, they like can't really go like it or don't like it much. Besides, they might like it actually even. But they just kind of like, I don't know. Artists say it looks good, and then I guess it looks good. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, Cultural Square. In the social district. That's a lot of stuff you'll be able to get already there. Cultural Square. Yeah, let's see what this is gonna do. District score of 200 we'll need to reach. Oh, more rock. And the raw materials for 100. Guess that'll be enough for now. To build a bunch of stuff. Speed gear. Higher speed gear. And the elements are important even. I mean, true. Well, as I said, it's the marketing stuff. They can make something like amazing in terms of gameplay, and it will sell well and everything. Like, well, it will, you know, be popular and stuff. Like take like, I don't know, like Dwarf Fortress, for example, right? Didn't need any visuals there whatsoever. But not gonna be able to market it, you know, through your regular mediums. Can just go and order the like the Super Bowl odds, for example, for Dwarf Fortress, because like those, you know, like those you know, like the super key coded dudes drinking some like Bud Light or something, they'll be like, the fuck is that shit, man? Where's the game? What are those symbols, dude? Not even shooting there if there's something. The fuck? Get out. So you need some. You need some visuals for the marketing like that, I feel. Not kind of fitting game in general, but at least visuals. Hey, White Rabbit. Try to sell them dungeons. Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, what is this nerdy shit, dude? That's some shit for nerds, bro. We're beating those in school. Fuck 'em. And that's where the visuals do be selling. Even like this kind of like style, I think it would be kind of hard to go like to the boss, you know, the boss media would be kind of probably hard. Not even because of the style, but because of the gameplay, for example. Like this already requires, you know, some targeting. Can't just go and sell. That's why, yeah, that's why they go for like the eye candy. That's why they go for some like more realistic graphics and everything. Oh wait, we to go for the social district though, yeah. Canteen we need them. Maybe that was a bit too much housing then. No, don't think it's gonna be a problem, I do. I do not think so, huh? Call of Duty vs. Halo you probably can sell. Well, I mean something like Assassin's Creed, I guess you can. Like something with like, you know, that sells the visuals you can. Even something Final Fantasy or something. You like the modern one, maybe even. That's kind of more like, you know, shit for weebs, man. Some hentai stuff right there. Mobile is different though. Mobile is different. On mobile, people give like a big... Well, first of all, mobile games are free most of the time, right? With odds and stuff like this. So they kind of don't like... It's the impulse stuff. They just see like, oh, man, kind of fun to click, I guess. All right. A lot of odds for mobile games that completely, you know, different to what you actually play too. They just kind of get people to like click it, you know, press it, and then while the people trying to understand where's the shit that was advertised, they're already monetizing them, you know. Yeah, mobile is complete garbo in that sense. Absolutely. District score 170. How do we reach that? Just get efficiency probably and that will work. 5 meals into the culture. Oh damn, son. Why read books? Just eat food. Get the culture. Yeah, Turbosk, yeah. For sure, for sure. Well, mobile that doesn't really like bother people much though, feels like. Some of the scores of its component parts. So... Oh wait, components contributing. Houses, table, bar out there. Kitchen. Oh, is the kitchen too? No, the kitchen is there. Sun awning and the well. Oh, well we can put here actually. And the Dink Wells. I guess the well is not unlocked yet. This thing. Get some. Yeah, on mobile people give like a huge discount to that for sure. On PC, if it's free to play, you can see on Steam, like, bro. Like, what am I talking even about? Like, dude. Visuals, you know, fucking gameplay, bro. Like, look at this shit. There. Fucking egg. Free to play. Very positive. 660. There you go, bro. Visuals and stuff. Which fucking visuals, man? It's free. It has an egg. Yeah? What else do you need? What else do you need? Mobile works kinda the same way there. The mobile goes the same way. On mobile, they would get 5 downloads. If they would market it, maybe that would be better. Maybe. But yeah, there is also like on Steam you get like, I don't know, 5, 10 free-to-play games, and like probably 80% of them will be garbage. Then 10% will be like meme, and maybe 10% will be good. And on mobile, you get like, you know, thousands of free-to-play games regularly. God, this is where we need the Bork now. Shit. The Bork. Can you guys gather that too? Seems kinda far though. Let's see, maybe someone will. Let's get 3. The egg on top of the damn list there, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, when it's free to play, people just don't really care too much. As long as they have time and stuff, why not? Yeah, being free, it's already kind of getting like the vision, like, visibility, I guess, on Steam. On mobile, like everything's free, so you need to pay for odds and stuff probably to get visibility. Free to slave away your time. No, I mean that some of them are completely free and like fairly free. It's just that, yeah, you are the, you know, you are the goods. You are being sold, getting the odds and stuff. Housing satisfaction and the well-being of your citizens is closely related to their housing quality, and beyond basic needs, housing quality is evaluated based on access to well-being, social interactions, cultural spaces, and places of learning. Access scores are applied by select buildings to all cells situated within range. School applies to an access above to surrounding places of knowledge. This tutorial will focus solely on well-being axis. The well-being score depends on proximity to vegetation, presence of water points, shade coverage. Refer to the well-being heat map to identify the most suitable locations on the map. You should start with that probably when I was building those houses. Check the building details in the construction menu to identify those that impact well-being and construct these buildings. Let's see. Send gardens. Well-being score of 15 for a home. Send garden. The sun. And it's crashed again. Unlucky. Bigus unluckus. Yeah, let's do one more attempt. I mean, it's good though. Like I like what I see. For now, just like solid town building, but yeah, the style and everything seems nice. Well, and the like setting in general. This, we should actually move it closer. Whatever, should be fine enough. Get the Bork. There we go. See, let's see. The VTuber drama, them son. They know. They know. The MS Paint games, I mean, there's plenty. There's some dank ones that are made in MS Paint. MS Paint you also can do differently. It can be like Gigascuffed, but it also can be like MS Paint. But you know, someone put a shitload of effort into MS Paint. Like the, what was the name? The horror one. For example, that one apparently was made fully in MS Paint, so... That do be happening. Alright, there's canteen right here, bro. There literally is a canteen here. There we go. Alright, send gardens. The loop here, I see. Save manually, I guess. Gotta save that, not too bad, but still. The auto save, the quick save, doesn't seem like it. Shortcuts, pause and stuff. Doesn't seem like it. In the garden. Fancy much. Okay, I need to get the seeds. For seeds, we need to farm this. I think it makes people not very happy though. Not very healthy if they get the seeds that way. Unless we have the different way. No, I think that's the one. Oh yeah. How about this though, actually? Why did you not research? Do it. Maybe we can get some seeds there. Fine. And before someone's dying. Will being a score over 15. No one on the square. What is this? One in the forge. Seemed like that was plenty enough. Okay, they got the seeds at least. Yeah, well being 7 already. Damn, didn't even need to do anything. Easy life. 5 citizens actually. I don't know. I mean, they do have some available at least. Oof. But did they like working in it though? What are they doing there? Producing the scents? Now do we get more? I need to get more. $13 or 15. Maybe in time. Clean water in nearby storage. Yeah, better get some more of that water then. Oh, they have not enough people to transport stuff now. Kinda sucks. Need people to go the transporting route then. Clean it. Still 13 though. What else you can guys enjoy for the well-being? Produces +2 per assigned citizen. That didn't actually drop though anyway. Small fountain. And the long fountain. Yeah, the fountain will work if needed. Well, I guess, why not? Get him. Two available citizens. Oh, there we go. Well, now we need to assign them though. Okay, fine. We did. There we go. Call of the Unknown. Strange phenomenon spotted by the citizens. The chaotically flashing dot of light, visible only at nightfall. Residents fear it could be a distress signal. Numerous volunteers have come forward to investigate the phenomenon and, if necessary, lead a rescue operation. What remains is to select a team and equip them for the journey. Expedition time. Team mechanics shape this game's progression by introducing new possibilities, research, and exploration. Beginning of a new save, most buildings aren't immediately accessible and must be discovered through research projects. Research can also unlock new building effects, such as buffs or new tasks. Research projects are split into two differently themed trees, Technology Tree and Culture Tree. World exploration allows you to make important discoveries, and beyond the possibility of finding resources or meeting new citizens, explorers can also bring to light new plants which can be reintroduced into our environment, as well as tablets containing precious knowledge. However, expeditions are neither free nor safe. Citizens who engage in exploration will be forced to make difficult and potentially dangerous choices. I see. Damn, hello. You broke it. You broke it. Hole of Wisdom, eh? And then we unlock exploration missions. And then one explorer is hot. Do we have explorers hot already? Barter Square. A research center. No, probably need to unlock the research first. I assume. Yeah, the For You page is gobble, yeah. And welcome to the discoverability on Twitter, man. Someone is not paying for the sub, you probably not even see them there. Even if you follow them. Amazing decision making there. The homeless citizens, just get a house. That's simple. Let's see. Caesar Musk. Well, there were actually some rumors that YouTube also might start introducing some sort of like premium accounts and everything for content creators. So yeah, prepare. Research projects. Choose a research project to launch. May only take on research linked to an already completed project. Each research project requires the investment of resources. Tablets discovered during expeditions may be used to instantly unlock new research projects. Decipher a tablet there. Alright, so we need the expedition stuff. Exploration missions, I guess. Begin research. And let's see. Keeps recommending stuff you already watched. It's time to rewatch, time to return. You clearly need more of that content. Yeah, more. 3 days. Let's see what's gonna be here. Understanding the world. Explorer's hut. Let's see how this goes. See the Musk. Well, see, they think you watched them multiple times. Time for you to watch some more. You just enjoy watching them more and more. Do it. Do it again. Alright. Inspect the source of chaotic blink. The world map, select a destination, begin an expedition. A beginning expedition requires supplies, precise amount depending on the amount of citizens sent to explore. Sending a greater number of citizens increases supply cost, but allows you to bring more resources back home. What's more, decrease the amount of time necessary to complete optional tasks at the given destination. Exploring a region reveals the destinations contained therein. The further away the regions, the more you will need to invest provisions and time into exploring. Strange glow. 6 available. 5. So 1 delivers stuff, I guess. Start expedition. DB going. And let's see. Erases, hello. Damn, son, getting some quality shit there. Insane. Getting some quality stuff. Get some medication, I guess. Sure. Alright, 3 days. Let's go. But then they need to return after. Damn, AI generated space videos. Damn, son. Expedition arrived. Vaporous images. Expedition encounters dozen small circular stone courtyards, close to one another but otherwise isolated in the wild. No obvious function, each appears to be only the surface element of a far deeper construction, roofed by 2 cylinders set at a diagonal angle. When the node activated, the left cylinder begins producing vapor at a fast rate, forming a tower in the sky. It seems the interior edifice beneath these courtyards pumps water from deep within the earth. Second conduit projects a ray of light which collides with the vapor emanation, producing a distinct image, a piece of a wall, dwarfed by massive towers which seem to have been brutally cut out of whatever city they protected. Each node appears to contain a snapshot of a different side of the city, and allowing one to reconstruct a complete impression of its grandeur bit by bit. Extended study of these fragmented images could help the explorers elucidate their function, but the nodes built to harvest underground moisture could be disassembled to gain a supply of fresh water instead. Requires some technology to analyze the images. Team's great disappointment, it seems that the town represented in the projector nodes was never built. Nodes contain only the memory of an ambition, the project of a town that would be formed according to the natural desires of human beings, rather than creating and structuring desires itself. Blueprints contained within are worthy of contemplation, however. Explorers copy the schematics and ideals that govern this venture into the notebooks, feeding their own thought processes. And now they go back. I reached the destination. Well, now I guess they do. I'll be going back. Let's see when they return. The water cellar, yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I guess going back even. Okay, they do. Good. I guess. Yeah. Looks like it. Looks like they do. Let's see what they're gonna say now. See what they're gonna say. Now return from their expedition. New expedition can be launched. That wasn't the one. Do we need the source of that chaotic blink? Oh wait, this one. Thought there was the lights there. Kikus. Should get more people in. Whatever. Oh no, it's 5. Okay, it's the same group going in. The experienced researchers. Alright, bro. What is this? Not enough people to carry stuff around there. Yeah, it seems like it actually. I go start collecting stuff. Gotta put the higher food priority. I guess because of the dry season. Yeah, that's why. Well, that's why. No, there's food and all good. Filaments of light. The bed of what must once have been a fierce torrent, the explorers followed the light signal they spotted from the city, that leads all the way to a cavern's mouth. Not imposing, something about this cavern provokes mixed feelings of suspicion and curiosity, and the cold air emanating from it is attractive for the thirsty travelers, but remains the omen of a particular strangeness. Crossing the cavern's narrow threshold, explorers' path stops sharply when they find themselves forced with a rectangular dais. Cracks on each of its sides light up in an irregular fashion, chaotic blinking that the explorers can't begin to rationalize. Strangely still, the rays of light seems to persist in the air for a few moments, even with no dust or other surface to refract them. Pieces of ephemeral color exude a glacial temperature when touched with one's hand. This extraordinary phenomenon forces its way even through a closed door. What would happen if it was opened? Though it may be contained behind this dye, it's bound to be volatile and dangerous. But the explorers are torn. After all, given the town's climatic conditions, it is impossible to put a price on a potential cooling device. What's more, this pragmatic argument conceals a curiosity that would win at the day on its own. No one here wants to leave before formulating a hypothesis on this phenomenon. What is the way open? Only smork, man. Only the smork way. Using levers and improvised wheels to move the dye, the explorers succeeded in clearing the way. As the remarkably thick stone leaves its slot, the antechamber fills with cold air and strings of light rest weightlessly around the explorers' heads. Colors shifting so quickly that every person's eyes can only perceive a blinding whiteness. The ray's origins quickly become obvious. Spherical space at the center of the cavern, which is otherwise in complete darkness, emits its own internal light. Explorers initially assumed this to be a kind of lantern imbued with a mechanical function and a palpable physical form. But there is no touching this globe, just as with the rays. Its image persists in the air through some untold phenomenon, difficult to look at and harder still to comprehend what it depicts. Explorers' eyes grow red with the effort, and yet they can't tear their eyes away. Outside, a vigil awaits the teammate's return. He will wait half the night before deciding to abandon his post and running to meet his brethren. Neither he nor his friends will leave the cavern. Monk is? Isigi, hello. How we doing? Not the god that leave the cavern. Damn son. A lost an exploration team while searching for the light signal on the horizon. Last contact reveals nothing of what they might have learned. The dangerous and largely a misunderstood world, and exploring it will take time, precious resources, and in moments a deadly amount of risks. To recover our straying after this tragedy, we could launch a new expedition effort into neighboring provinces and perhaps even discover what become of our lost friends. City Prosperity Score reflects on the sustainability and well-being of your city faced with the challenges presented by the surrounding world, and this score is updated at the end of each cycle. It's made up of the sum of all district scores with the buff for every district type built and the sum of all housing satisfaction scores. But the buff is then applied according to the number of homeless, sick, or dead citizens. Doing so, the score reflects your city's overall resilience. I'm actually pretty good with that. Well, let's just increase that. Which we don't really have a lot of citizens to do though. Not a lot of people to work with those. So we will get another excavator. The botanical one. The Barter Square. This one has like attachment to the towns and to the houses, so let's see if we can get that real quick. Kinda do need more people though. Spiritual Forum. Composites. Damn son. This we can make at least. Kinda. Oh, there we go. Easy life. Beginnings of prosperity. Community that seemed doomed only a short time ago is experiencing new growth. For all its dangers, the world is no longer just seen as a threat, it is also an open door. Everyone knows that at the first sign of complacency, our infrastructure will collapse under unforeseen events and the growing demands of our community. Let's increase our understanding of the natural realm in order to render it predictable in all its unpredictabilities. Fortunately, we're not the only ones facing this task. The movement aims to recreate links between isolated camps and share humanity's body of knowledge between them. Their steps must follow ours. Perhaps they will be able to illuminate the destiny of our explorers lost where we failed them. Nice, nice. There's a good one, there's a good one. Sultan, alright. Team wishlist button? Yeah, true, they got one. Yep, that's the MLG one. That's the MLG one. They got the right button that opens in the overlay. Very good, very good. That's a sign, man. That's a sign. The quality mark. The mark of the quality. The wishlist button technology, yeah. Alright, let's get another one. Another one. Should we get the outcast now? Let's get the outcast going, probably. The outcast demo. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. This time, let's see what this one is all about. Some dang stuff. Let's go.